Tell me about when you got robbed. That sounds insane. I can't even imagine that.
I said to the people that I almost got robbed twice. I almost died twice. So the first one, it's when I was in Guyana, in this part. I was like, this is a dangerous country, like it's a neighborhood of Brazil, and then I was walking in front of the hotel. Actually, I met someone in a party, and then I was with her in the hotel, in my hotel, and then I said, "Okay, I'm gonna be gentleman. I'm gonna bring you to the taxi," and then I was going to the taxi to pay her taxi, to go back to the house. And then when I was talking with the taxi driver, three big guys, like I mean big guys. It's not that kind of stories. Oh, it was big guys just because. No, no, it was three big guys. And then one choked me, another one punched me here, and yes, and then I almost died. I could die in this time. It was the closest way. This time I had the almost death experience. I don't know if you heard about that, like when you see your body outside of yourself. So I remember every single detail. I saw my body from up, and I saw, Havaianas, the Brazilian flip flops, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Havaianas. So I was wearing Havaianas, and then I saw my Havaianas like upside down. It was a white Havaianas, and then I saw myself. What happened? Am I flying? Am I what? And then I saw my body. I have goosebumps just to telling that. And then suddenly something happened. I came back to my body. So this time it was crazy. It was help. It was really almost death experience.
Wow. So what did the taxi driver do while you were getting choked out?
So I think that what happened, it's because I think the taxi driver, uh, I think it was a plan to get to like a tourist trap, like when you are tourist, and they know that you're a tourist, they think that you have money, and they do stuff just to make your money. So I think the girl called at someone while I was talking with the taxi driver. Someone came, and because when I woke up, was no taxi driver, no girls, nothing.
Oh, so she was in on it as well.
I think personally,
Oh.
I think she was in.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, there's also such a unique feeling of vulnerability when you're in a different country because you don't really know how things work. And so when things go wrong or you're in a dangerous situation, it feels like 10 times worse, I think.
Yeah.
It's like the lesser version of that is like if you get sick. Like even if you just like, get a flu or something and you're in a different country, you're like, I don't know what they call like the drugs here that I want to buy, and I don't know if I need a prescription or if I don't need a prescription. And it's like super stressful. And so like being in a situation that extreme in a different country, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
Have you ever passed through some situation like that?
No, not that extreme. I mean, when I first went to Colombia, I guess it was last year. We were there for a couple of weeks, and then a couple of my friends from the States came to visit me and my girlfriend there. And we went to Bogota, and we were kind of like hanging out and stuff. And we were all like looking for a place to go get lunch, and we were just like standing on the street. And so there was a group of four. So it was me, my girlfriend, my buddy, and his girlfriend. And we were all kind of like in this little circle on the street looking at our phones, trying to find like a restaurant. And then a guy came up behind us and just grabbed my buddy's phone out of his hand, ran down the street, jumped on the back of a motorcycle, and then the motorcycle just was just gone, just instantly gone. And so we technically got robbed, but it wasn't violent, right? We weren't getting beat up, we weren't getting choked, there was no weapons. And even that felt traumatic, but it was nowhere near what you went through.
Yeah, it's interesting because your background from Canada, you from Calgary, and from like it's like you don't even think about this kind of stuff when you're walking the street, right? You don't even think that you have to keep your phone on your pocket or on your underwear because someone can just try to grab it. In Brazil, since we born, we know about this stuff, like our parent. I remember when I was a kid, my dad say, hey, every time when you go out, take your money, split your money in 3 or 4 different pieces and put one on the socks, another one in your pocket, another one on the pocket, because if someone try to get your money, they're gonna get just a small amount of the money, not all of the money. Don't put your money together. Like since I was a kid, so he was explaining this kind of stuff. That's why I always say Brazilian, we have how can I say, a sixth sense of get robbed, but sometimes this can be failed.
Yeah. No, that was something that I learned in Colombia, that there's like an awareness that local people have that, well, I mean, it depends where you're from, right? It's very much a like a cultural thing, or I don't know. But like everyone there has an awareness of what's safe to do and what's not safe to do. And I guess we have an awareness in Canada, but it's much more open. Like, it's a Canada's a you're not going to get robbed here. It would be very unusual if you got robbed here. So people don't really think about that. I never thought about that. And then after that moment, I was like, okay, I'm going to start leaving my phone at home if I'm going to the grocery store. I'm not bringing my wallet anywhere. I'm just going to bring the
Yeah.
cash that I need. And immediately I was like, okay, I got to be more careful. So you do learn that with time for sure.